Well, fall is certainly the perfect time to lean into all the warm and satisfying meals. And on this Food City Friday, we're going to learn how a few thoughtful swaps can turn comfort food into functional food that supports energy, immunity, and good health. We have registered dietitian Chastity O'Quinn joining us on this Friday. Great to have you.
Thank you.
I think we all try to be healthy. We want to have that good food, but sometimes, especially during like fall and as we get into the winter season, we might have some bad habits.
For sure, but some swaps here and there can help accommodate some of those habits. I wouldn't necessarily say, you know, the opposite of these things are bad, but moderation, right?
Yes, especially like as we head into fall, which we know translates into the next step, which is holidays and Thanksgiving and Christmas. So these are some good things to be thinking about now.
Yes, this is one of my favorite things to talk about because, like I said, you can just swap something here and there and just reach your health goals, whatever they may be, just with some small changes.
Because as we talked about, nutrition is so important to our overall health.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have to get the nutrients in, right, for energy, immune health, skin health, all the things. Yeah.
So I've been taking notes already. So we're going to start kind of over here on the end, which you have some of my favorites there. I do love a good spaghetti squash.
Oh, me too, me too. And I know we're not always going to substitute this for pasta, but you can roast a spaghetti squash and then you take a fork and you just kind of pull this out and it has that noodle consistency. So you're going to get vitamin A and fiber and all these good things that come from this fall produce. And then pair it with some of this cheese that I made, and I say cheese, but it's actually roasted butternut squash.
Whoa!
With some cashews that you boil and add some nutritional yeast, some paprika, garlic.
That sounds amazing. Tell me a little bit about this product because I hadn't seen that nutritional yeast. So, because you said you can use it in a lot of different things.
Oh yeah, you can put it on popcorn for a cheesy flavor. That's going to add protein and fiber, B vitamins. You can add it to stews, soups, all kinds of things. And a lot of vegans out there are very familiar with this because they're using this as a substitute for cheese, as a dairy cheese.
Wonderful. And you used it with the cashews and the butternut squash.
Yes, you can boil the butternut squash with the cashews, or I roasted the butternut squash and boiled some of the cashews, and you just use a processor, add the nutritional yeast and your seasonings, and you've got a healthy alternative to swap from here and from occasionally for cheese.
And that's what's in the little cup that we see with the spaghetti squash. And I love that consistency. It's almost like when you take real cheese and you melt it down, it's got that consistency instead of the real smooth, you know, maybe not so good for us cheese.
You can make it thinner, thicker. That's up to you how you add back in your water from your cashews being boiled or milk.
And of course, we see the butternut squash. I know that's one of those things. And if you're intimidated by, you know, it is hard to peel and then try and cut.
Oh, yeah.
You guys do it for us.
Oh, I love our shortcuts. So you could just open that, put it on a pan, like I said, and you're good to go. Another good thing is using mashed avocados for butter when you're baking, or, I mean, just in general, you can substitute 1-to-1 your butter with your avocado.
Wonderful. Yeah. And obviously when you're talking about the nutritional value of an avocado versus butter, which may not be so good for us, to be able to have something like that in our diet.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got healthy fats, you've got your fiber, and that's in itself is a lot for you.
And you hear that a lot with baking, with your brownies and things like that, and you really can't taste the avocado. No. People are like, there's avocado in the...
Yes. I've made a chocolate avocado pie and you can't even tell.
See, you just slip it in. All right, she has got some other fabulous ideas. We're going to talk about those coming up a little bit later on in the show, including one that's just like an apple pie, but so much better for us. For more information, you can visit their website. Of course, that's foodcity.com. Chastity, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.